So a logical test with logical operators greater than equal to, less than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to, value if true, else value if false. So first you have to give what if the logical test is true. Second is what is the thing if the value is false. For the if statement in logical test 1, if yes, statement 1, if no, logical test 2. If yes, statement 2, or else it will go to next logical test. And the last one will be else statement. If, elif, and last would be else statement. So this is the structure. You have to give the logical test using logical operators. Value if true first, value if false second. So simple thing, use if statement if a given number is positive or negative. Use if statement to find if a given number is positive or negative. So one of the things you have to use is input box. The input function will create so num is equal to int colon num greater than equal to 0 colon. So value if true first, then value if the logical test is true, followed by value if logical test is false. You can give input as number, int or float, or you can also give string. str also can give sentences. So write a program for marks greater than equal to 90, greater than equal to 80, greater than equal to 70, greater than equal to 60, greater than equal to 40, less than 40, multiple if statements. If, elif, and else statement using the logical test which I have given in the and create an input box so that we can give marks manually and then it will calculate. So marks is equal to int enter marks greater than equal to 90, grade is A, greater than equal to 80, grade is A, greater than equal to 70, grade is greater than equal to 60, greater than equal to 40 is C, 38. Grade is A, grade is B plus. The indentation is very important. All the ifs should be in straight line. All right, got this, all of you? One of the most important thing is the DEF functions. DEF function, user-defined function. You can write your own using the DEF keyword in brackets input specific task. It can be a mathematical task, it can be a statistical task, or it can be a conditional statement task. And a written statement must be given with a written. So DEF and written. The statement format is DEF with. We constantly create user-defined functions in data science. We have already created some of them during our sessions. The DEF function. So this is the structure of a DEF function. DEF and written are the keywords which have to be used. You have to give a function name, then in brackets the parameters. Then you have to give the function body a mathematical or a statistical or a conditional. So here we are giving a mathematical task, which is addition, summing up to, and you can call the function by function name. The function name is used to call the function. Most of the functions we use in Python data science are all predefined functions. Similarly, you can use your own user-defined functions. You can create your own functions using the DEF keyword, DEF and written. If you are using DEF, written is compulsory. Between DEF and written, you have to give the function body where you have to give the task and the inputs. This is a reusable code. Why do we use DEF function? To reuse them again and again. So DEF functions are very important part of data science where we create a block of code with a name. With a name we will create and we will use that function and again during our working. Whenever you are going to use task repetitively, you have to convert it into a DEF function. If it is simple one, you will convert on your own. If it is a complicated task, the Python programmers will help you to do it. All right, DEF functions. Now within DEF functions, most of the time we use conditional statements. If, elif, for loop, while do, all those loops are used along with DEF. Write a function check underscore max underscore 3 numbers. So the function name must be check max of 3 numbers. That means I'll give 3 numbers as input. You have to find among those 3 numbers which is the maximum number. So you have to give 3 inputs, and once you have given 3 inputs, it has to check those 3 inputs and then it should give us the maximum number. Check underscore max underscore we have to give the input n1, comma n2, comma n3 is equal to comma in num2, num3. So we are giving three inputs. If n1 greater than n2 and n1 greater than n3 is max. n2 greater than n1 and n2 greater than n3 is max. n3 greater than n1 and n3 greater than n2, num3 is max. I forgot the brackets. Oh, why it is not giving the bracket option? Oh, sorry, we have created a function now. So to call this function, check max three numbers, null braces. Along the if statement, we mostly use for loop. It is used with break statement to stop the loop, continue statement, ignore for a range of values. Other conditional statement like if, elif, it works on and dictionaries. So this is the structure of the for loop. For I in range 11, 19, if you look at here, outer value of range is ignored. Range is till 19. So when you are defining range in Python, you have to be very careful. So print a multiplication table of a given number. Multiplication table of a given number. So num is equal to enter a number greater than 1 in range of 1, 11. Because multiplication tables are till 10, you have to give 11, comma, incremental step is 1. 1 is the starting point, 11 is the end point, 11 means it will go up to 10. 1 means incremental step of 1. Multiply is equal to num into I. 1 is the start, 11 is the end point, incremental step is 1. Incremental means one step. If you give 2, it will go 2, 2, 2, like that. So 1 is the start, 11 is the end, and the incremental step. Find factorial of a number. No factorial for negative numbers. Number is to num is equal to enter a number. Factorial is equal to 1. If num less than 0, no factorial. Num is equal to 0. Factorial of 0 is 1. Now you have to write the loop. Else write the for loop. Now one other type of function we use in Python are lambda functions, which basically means functions without name. In DEF, we have to give the function name compulsorily. Within DEF, you have to give function name. In lambda functions, we don't need to give the function. The keyword is before expression. So this is the example of a lambda function. Keyword lambda followed by the argument or the statement. Now the difference between DEF and lambda. So for DEF function, the function name is must and the return statement is also compulsory. Whereas in lambda, you don't need to give any name and return statement is also not required. Whereas in DEF, function name is required and return statement is required. In case of lambda, no function name is required and no return statement is required. That is the biggest difference. The return value will be data in terms of DEF function integer. Here it will be a function object. And computational time is faster in lambda. So lambda functions are used if you want to increase the speed of the function computing. So DEF and lambda. DEF is a function with name. Lambda is function without name. This is the structure of the lambda function. It is used with other functions also. Lambda function is used with other functions. Let us say I want to find or even and odd numbers range of, we have to find even numbers and odd numbers from a given range of numbers. Start is equal to int, enter a number, end is equal to int, enter a number, even underscore num is equal to x colon modulus 2 double equals to 0, comma, range, start, comma, end plus 1, comma, 1. Even numbers, even underscore num. Odd underscore num is equal to list the expression x colon x modulus 2 not equal to 0, comma, range, start, comma, end plus 1, comma, 1. Odd numbers are odd underscore num. So we'll take a break and come back after 15 minutes.